The night train to nowhere. There is a train that only runs at night, and it was always going to stop for you. Part 1. The platform. The station is almost empty at this hour. You knew it would be. That is part of why you chose this train, this particular service, this particular night. Because at this hour the platforms belong only to the few who know about them, and you are one of those few now. You have always been one of those few, even if you are only just arriving. The air on the platform is cool and still. Not cold. Cool, the specific temperature of an evening that has given up the heat of the day and has not yet become the cold of deep night. It is the temperature of transition, of the space between things. The overhead lights are the old kind, not bright, not fluorescent, but a soft yellowish glow that falls in pools between long stretches of shadow. You're standing in one of those pools of light now. You can see the platform stretching ahead of you in both directions, the dark rails below, and in the distance, the tiny red signal light of something, a switch, a signal, burning with the steady patience of something that never needs to sleep. The platform smells of old stone and night air and something faintly metallic, the particular smell of railways that has existed, unchanged, for as long as railways have existed. It is not unpleasant. It is the smell of departure and arrival, of the in-between, of journeys taken and journeys not yet begun. You are carrying very little. Whatever you needed for this journey fits easily. The weight of it is nothing, less than nothing really. You barely feel it at all. From somewhere in the dark ahead, you hear it before you see it. A low, even sound, a rhythm in the rails, the particular resonance of something very large moving very quietly through the night, not rushing, not urgent, simply arriving in the way that this train always arrives, as though it has been on its way to you for a long time, and now it is simply here. The headlight appears first, a single pale circle in the darkness at the far end of the platform, growing slowly larger. And then the rest of the train takes shape around it. Dark carriages, the glint of brass along the sides, the rows of amber-lit windows moving past in a slow, steady procession until gently, without drama, the train comes to rest. The nearest door opens. Warm light spills out onto the platform stone. You step aboard. Part 2. The compartment. The corridor of the carriage is narrow and warm, lit by small brass lamps set into the paneling at head height, their light amber and close. The carpet runner beneath your feet is a deep burgundy, worn soft by many years of quiet use, and your footsteps on it make almost no sound at all. You find your compartment a little way along the corridor. The door slides open easily, and you step inside, and the door slides shut behind you with a low, satisfied sound, the sound of a space completing itself. The compartment is small in the way of rooms that have everything they need. There is a padded bench running along the window side, upholstered in something dark and soft. A deep navy, or perhaps a very dark green. It is difficult to tell in this light. Across from it, a narrow seat faces the direction you have come from. A small folding table between them holds nothing except a single lamp, brass and low, with a shade the color of old parchment. The lamp is already on. It was already on when you arrived. On the bench near the window, someone has left, or perhaps placed for you, a folded blanket. It is wool, thick and soft, in a deep navy with a single narrow stripe of cream near the edge. You lift it, and it is heavier than it looks. The good, reassuring weight of something made to last and to warm. You settle onto the bench. The cushion beneath you is firm enough to be real, soft enough to receive you completely. Your back meets the padded rest at the end of the bench. Your feet find the floor. Your hands rest in your lap. The train has begun to move. You did not feel the exact moment it started. There was no lurch, no jolt, no announcement. The motion simply began the way sleep begins, so gradually that there is no clear line between before and after. You are simply moving now. The platform sliding away behind you in the dark. The station lights growing smaller and then gone. Through the window the night begins. The glass is slightly cool when you lean your head toward it, and there is faint condensation gathering at the lower edge. Small, slow beads of moisture that catch the lamplight for a moment before sliding down. Through the rest of the glass, the dark landscape moves past in slow, blurred shapes. The silhouette of a tree line, the pale opening of a field, a farmhouse with a single lit window, far away, passing and gone in seconds. The sound of the train fills the compartment, a low, steady, rhythmic rumble that is felt more than heard, a sound that enters through the floor and the walls and the window and becomes simply the texture of the air. It has no urgency. It has no variation. It is simply the sound of the night moving past, even and constant and deeply, deeply settling. You pull the blanket across your lap. The wool is warm almost immediately. You can smell it faintly, a clean, slightly lanolin scent, like something kept folded in a drawer for a long time and brought out only when it is truly needed. You press your hands flat against it and feel the slight texture of the weave beneath your palms. The lamp on the table does not flicker. It does not change. It simply glows, amber and steady as the night moves past outside and the train carries you further in. Part 3. The night outside. The countryside beyond the window is moving in the particular way that night landscapes move when seen from a train. Not quickly, not slowly, but in layers. Close things move fast and are gone before you can name them. Distant things move slowly, staying visible for long moments before they too dissolve into the dark. And the furthest things, the horizon, the sky, the faint smudge of hills in the distance, appear almost still, as if the train is moving around them rather than past them. You watch without trying to watch. Your eyes are soft. They receive the shapes and the movement without grasping, without cataloging, without the small effort of understanding. The shapes are not important. The movement is not important. What is important is only the rhythm of it, the steady, even unhurried replacement of one thing with another, without anything being asked of you. A river appears alongside the track for a moment, or what looks like a river, a dark silver surface catching the faint light of the sky. It keeps pace with the train for a little while, moving alongside it like a companion, and then it curves away and the trees take its place. The trees are dark shapes, not individual but massed. a tree line that rises and falls like a slow breath against the slightly lighter darkness of the sky. You can see, in the gaps between them, what might be stars, very faint, very distant, the kind of stars that are only visible when the eyes have stopped trying to find them. A small cluster of lights, a village perhaps, or a town, appears on a hillside to your right. You can see the orange glow of street lamps, the occasional lit window, the faint geometry of rooftops against the sky. It is there for a minute, maybe two, and then the hill curves and the lights are gone, and the dark countryside returns, and you find that you cannot remember exactly what the lights looked like, only that they were there and they were warm. It has not stopped since it left the platform. That is one of the things about this train. It does not need to stop. It knows its way, and its way is forward, through the night, through the dark and the passing landscape, carrying you deeper into the quietness that lies at the far end of motion. You are not going anywhere specific. That is the great relief of this journey. There is no destination to prepare for, no arrival to anticipate, no list of things you will need to do or remember or become when you get there. There is only the train, moving through the night, and you, inside it, growing quieter with every mile. The window is a frame through which the world outside presents itself to you without demand. Each image appears and is replaced by another, and none of them ask you to respond, to react, to do anything except receive them, gently, without effort, and then let them go. Your eyes have grown heavier without your noticing. The landscape is still moving, but you are watching it less. The train's rhythm is more present now, felt through the bench beneath you, through your back against the padded rest, through the faint vibration in the window glass where your temple is not quite touching it. The sound of the rails, low and even, clack and hum, clack and hum. It has been there since the moment the train moved, and it will be there when you stop hearing it, because you will have moved past hearing into something deeper. It is that kind of sound. Part 4. The compartment at rest. The compartment has grown warmer since you sat down. Not hot, only warm, the particular warmth of a small enclosed space that has had a person resting in it for a little while. The lamp on the table contributes some of it. The blanket contributes the rest. The air itself seems thicker with warmth now, as if the warmth has substance, as if it is something you could almost hold. The lamp. You find yourself returning to it, not deliberately, but the way the eye returns naturally to a source of warmth. It does not move. It does not change. It simply holds its amber light, steady and even, casting the same faint shadows in the same soft directions. And that constancy is itself a kind of comfort, the reassurance that not everything shifts, not everything requires your attention. On the table, just at the edge of the lamplight, there is a small cup. You may not have noticed it when you first sat down, or perhaps it arrived the way things on this train arrive, quietly, without announcement, simply present when they are needed. The cup holds something warm, tea perhaps, or something that has no name, but has the quality of tea, the faint aromatic steam, the held heat, the sense of something prepared with patience and offered without condition. You wrap your hands around it. The warmth moves immediately into your palms, into the joints of your fingers, into the heels of your hands that have been colder than you realized. You breathe in, and the steam carries something floral and distant, chamomile maybe, or something older and simpler, a fragrance that has no specific memory attached to it, only a general feeling of evenings, of late hours, of things that are over for the day. You do not need to drink it. You are simply holding warmth, and warmth is holding you. The train's rhythm has become so familiar now that you have stopped perceiving it as a sound and have begun perceiving it as a condition. The condition of this journey, the condition of this compartment, the steady background against which everything else is still. It is the way the body eventually stops registering the sound of its own heartbeat. Not because the sound is gone, but because it has become part of you. Clack and hum. Clack and hum. The world outside the window is very dark now. The lights of the last village are far behind. There are no more farmhouses visible, no more lit windows, no more signs of the waking world. There is only the dark countryside and the sky above it, and the train moving through them both, confident and unhurried, knowing exactly where it is going, even if you do not. And you find, sitting here in the warm compartment with the lamp burning and the blanket across your lap and the cup warm in your hands, that you do not need to know. You did not come on this train to arrive somewhere. You came on this train to travel. And traveling, real traveling, the kind the body and mind need most, is not about the destination. It is about the moving. It is about being carried. Part 5. The body carried. The train is carrying your body now. Not just moving past it, carrying it the way the earth carries everything that rests upon it. The bench beneath you, the padded rest at your back, the floor beneath your feet. All of it is part of the train's structure, and the train is moving, and so you are moving, without any effort on your part at all. You are simply a passenger. You have given your weight to the train, and the train has accepted it completely. Feel your feet now. They are resting on the carpet runner, flat and still. The carpet is thick, and the floor of the carriage is solid beneath it. And together they are supporting the full weight of your feet without being asked, without effort, simply because that is what they are here for. Your feet do not need to do anything. They are not walking. They are not driving. They are not standing. They are resting. And with that resting, a warmth begins to move through them, up through the soles, through the arches, through the heels. Pause forwards. Your ankles are loose. Pause, threes. The small joint of each ankle has released, and the release moves upward into your calves. The long muscles there, which have been working all day in ways you did not notice, begin now to soften. They are not needed. They are passengers too. They press gently against the bench and are received without complaint. Your knees are still. The backs of your knees, where tension often gathers without announcing itself, have let go. The release is quiet and complete. Your thighs are heavy, very heavy. The heaviness is pleasant, the weight of something that has agreed to stop. Your thighs are pressing into the bench cushion, and the bench cushion is receiving them, giving just enough that you feel held. Not held up, but simply held. The train moves beneath you and carries the weight of your legs, and you give it more of your weight with each breath. The train's rhythm moves through you, clack and hum. You can feel it now in your lower body, a faint, even vibration that is below sound, that is almost below feeling, that is simply the body's awareness that it is in motion, and the motion is safe. Your hips have settled. Your lower back has found the padded rest and let itself be supported. The muscles along your spine, the deep ones, the ones that hold you upright all day without recognition, have been given permission to loosen, and they are loosening now, vertebra by vertebra from the base of your spine upward, each one laying down a little of the day's posture, a little of the day's effort, into the support that is already there. Pause 5. Your belly is soft. It rises with the breath and falls, and between each breath there is a small pause, just a moment, where everything is simply still. That pause is the deepest moment. In that pause, the train's rhythm is the only thing there is. Your chest moves gently. The breath comes in without effort. The compartment air is warm enough and clean enough that breathing is easy, that the lungs open without asking anything of you. And with each exhale, the chest softens a little further. The ribs relax, and something you have been carrying just beneath your sternum, not pain, just presence, just the compressed weight of the day, releases into the warm air of the compartment. Your arms are heavy now. You are still holding the cup loosely. Or perhaps it is on the table now, you are not certain. And your arms are resting, one against the padded bench back, one in your lap. And they have become heavy, in the way that arms become heavy when they have finally agreed to stop reaching for things. Your hands are warm. Your shoulders have dropped. Without your deciding, without any instruction, your shoulders have moved away from your ears, away from the unconscious tension that lives there through the waking hours. They are wide and low and soft. The train carries them too. Your neck has released. Your head, which has been balanced on top of your spine all day, held upright by a constant small effort you never noticed, has found the rest behind you. The weight of your head, which is the weight of everything you have been thinking, is now given to the seat, to the train, to the night. Your jaw has unclenched. You did not know it was clenched. It always is, a little. But now the back teeth have parted. The jaw has softened. The lips have opened just slightly, and the breath moves through your mouth in a slow, even current that is the breath of something almost asleep. The muscles of your face have smoothed. The small furrow between your brows, the one you carry through the day like a question you forgot to ask, has dissolved. Your eyes, behind their closed lids, are still. Pause 6. The train carries all of it. Your feet and your legs and your back and your chest and your arms and your heavy resting head. The train carries all of you through the dark, through the night, at its own steady, unhurried pace. And you have nothing left to do except be carried. Part 6. Deeper into the night. The night outside has deepened. There are no more lights beyond the window. No farmhouses, no distant towns, no red signal lamps at the end of far platforms. There is only the darkness of the open countryside, moving past in long, slow shapes that you can no longer quite see, only sense, the way you sense things in the moments before sleep, not with the eyes, but with something older than sight. The lamp in the compartment is the only light in your world now. It has not changed. It has not dimmed. It only appears warmer because everything else has grown darker, and in that contrast, the amber of the lamp feels like something you could cup in your hands, small and constant, and entirely unconditionally yours for the duration of this journey. The train's rhythm is the deepest thing now, not the loudest. It was never loud, but the deepest. It goes below the sound of your breathing. It goes below the ambient warmth of the compartment. It is something the body recognizes at a level older than language. Movement that is safe. Movement that requires nothing. Movement that is simply the world carrying you forward through the dark, steady and sure, and without any hesitation whatsoever. Your thoughts have grown very quiet. Not gone, not yet, but quiet. They have lost their edges. The thoughts that were waiting at the station, the ones you brought aboard with you, the small unresolved worries, the half-formed plans, the sentences you didn't finish, the things you meant to do before you slept. They are still somewhere in the compartment with you, but they are at a distance now. They are in the corridor, perhaps, or further back, in a carriage you have already passed through. You do not need to go back for them. They will keep. Everything will keep until morning. And morning is many miles from here. And the miles between here and morning are made entirely of this. Of the lamp and the train, and the dark countryside, and the warm, heavy stillness of a body that has agreed, finally, to rest. The last thin thread of watching, that part of you that has been noting the details, tracking the journey, making sure everything is as it should be, is beginning to fray. You can feel it going. Like the last wakefulness after a very long day, like the last resistance of a knot that has finally been persuaded to release. It goes without drama. It goes without a sound. It simply goes. Part 7. The train carries you on. The train will not stop tonight. That is the nature of this train. It moves through the night at its own quiet pace, through dark fields and sleeping towns and stretches of countryside that have no name. And it carries its passengers in the warm lamplight of their compartments. And it does not stop until each of them has arrived at the place they were traveling toward. And the place you are traveling toward is not a station. It is the place beyond the watching, beyond the thinking, beyond the soft inventory of details, the lamp, the blanket, the dark window, the cup, that has been carrying you gently down through the layers of the evening. The train knows the way there. It has been going there all along. You only needed to board it and sit down and let it take you. Your body is very heavy. Your legs are very heavy. Your arms are very heavy. Your eyelids are very heavy. The train carries all of it. The weight of your body, the weight of the day, the weight of everything you thought about and everything you did not resolve and everything you will think about tomorrow when tomorrow comes. The train carries all of it through the dark, patiently without complaint, as it has always carried its passengers, completely and without condition. The train moves. The dark moves past the window. Your legs are heavy, very heavy. Your arms are heavy, very heavy. Breathe in and out. The lamp still burning. The blanket still warm. The train still moving. There is nowhere to go from here. There is nothing to do from here. The train is going there for you. The night is holding everything open for you. The compartment is warm. The lamp is on. The blanket is heavy across your legs, and your legs are heavy, and your breath is slow, and your eyes are. The train carries you through the dark, and the dark is safe, and the motion is safe, and you. You are here. You are warm. You are safe. You are already asleep. The train will carry you all night. Sleep well.